Here at Cook's Country, we love immersion blenders because it's the easiest way to puree a soup or a sauce right in the pot without making a mess. And Adam's here to tell us which stick blender is worth the money.
You know, another reason that we love immersion blenders is that they're great for small jobs, like making a little pesto, making a little bit of whipped cream, making mayonnaise, something like that. Let me just show you what's going on with immersion blenders in general. There are two parts. The wand, with the business end at the bottom, which is where the blade is, and there's a little cover over the blade that allows the food to move around and go back into the blade. And then the top is where the motor is and the handle is. Usually the controls are there too. We had an initial lineup of 12 different immersion blenders. The price range was $15 up to $130. And the very first test was to make potato soup. This turned into an elimination round. The potato soup test was like a comedy of errors.
Oh no.
Yeah, some of these, the wands fell right off into the pot. Other ones, the wands wouldn't come off at all, so they were horrible to clean. The controls were really uncomfortable. So 4 of them got eliminated in that round. With the remaining 8, testers went on to make pesto, make mayonnaise, make smoothies, and to puree tomatoes. They were looking for good mixing performance. They were looking for them to be comfortable and easy to hold. That was really important because when you're using an immersion blender, you're usually holding it up. And some of those, like the one you just picked up, what do you think of that sort of handle?
Awkward. I mean, I can't really grasp it hard enough because it's so big.
Testers with smaller hands had a really hard time with that one. Also, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy.
Yeah, why don't you try this one?
This one. Ooh, that's nice. No, I get a good grip on it, partly because the surface is nice and grippy, and it's not too heavy.
Exactly. The handle is slimmer. You have that nice non-slip material on the outside, and that one's about 1.5 pounds, so it was 25% lighter than that heavy one that you just picked up.
Interesting.
Another feature that testers disliked was something like that. Why don't you show that one? See the speed dial? It's right at the top.
Oh, that's awkward. Oh, it'd be much better if it was right here where my pointer finger is.
Yeah, if it's at the top, you need 2 hands to operate it. If it's right on the handle, you just switch from speed to speed with 1 finger. It's a lot more streamlined. Now, a lot of these have features like a turbo button, or they have 15 different speeds. Testers actually looked at the speeds with a tachometer, which measures RPMs, or revolutions per minute. And they found actually that the RPM differences between a lot of speeds were just minimal. All of that stuff is superfluous. You really don't need it. In the end, this is the one that testers like the best. This is the Braun Multi-Quick 5 hand blender. It's $59.99. It's one of those that has a really comfortable handle. The buttons are right where you want them to be. It's got 2 well-calibrated speeds, and it is our new top choice for immersion blenders.
And there you have it. For the ultimate immersion blender, choose the Braun Multi-Quick 5-hand blender at $59.99 with a good handle and just 2 speeds.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.